I think the biggest fear for students when they finally get into that face-to-face interview is that vulnerability and that fear of rejection.
They're texting, they're on their phones, they're on their laptops, and so their level of experience and their confidence when it comes to person-to-person interaction may not be at the level that it used to be when that was our only choice.
So we're going to go through an interview simulation. So I'm going to ask you anywhere between 5 to 7 questions.
We really try to prepare our students by offering a safe environment where they can make mistakes, they can keep practicing, and eventually get to the point where they feel very confident.
What would you consider to be your top attributes or strengths as they pertain to this position?
I think in order to be successful in any sort of social media marketing, you kind of have to have an eye for what the customer wants or what they'll find attractive. So I think my creative side is helpful there.
Be very authentic. Be yourself. Recognize the fact that every interview situation is a high-stress situation, if you will, and yet you're talking to another human being.
So Lisa, if I were to talk to one of your former supervisors, how would they describe you as an employee?
I think my former supervisors would describe me as someone who's always willing to help.
We all really need to be mindful of the importance of eye contact and confidence and clear communication.
All right, Lisa, now we can exhale. How did you feel that went?
It was definitely a little stressful, but I'm glad that I did it. So I really liked the feedback because rather than it being criticism, it was more, where do you think you might improve?
These tips are important for all of us to learn early and then demonstrate them throughout our career.